This is kind of weird. So this is my first video on YouTube, and you guys probably don't know who I am. If you do, hey, what's up? For starters, my name is Brendan. I'm a photographer based in Toronto. I'm 19 years old, and this is my YouTube channel. I don't really know what I'm planning to do with this channel. No, that's a lie. I know what I want to do with this channel, but I just don't know if it'll succeed. But I mean, whether it succeeds or not, I don't really care about that. Personally, I don't really like being in front of the camera. This will be cool. This will be like a little challenge to myself. It'll be interesting when I start like maybe vlogging in public. That'll be pretty fun. So on my Instagram, I put it on my story. I asked people to just send me questions for my YouTube channel, and surprisingly, I got a few questions, which was cool. Oh, and by the way, if you're not following my Instagram, I'll put it up on the screen somewhere. So the first question that I got was, what do you look for when taking a photo? When I'm taking a photo, I mean, obviously, I want the composition to be good. I want it to be an interesting shot, but at the same time, I want whoever's viewing the photo to feel something. Like, the reason I got into photography was because I saw a photo that kind of made me escape reality for like just a few quick seconds. So I mean, if I can do that with my photos, then I mean, that's all I look for. Just make an interesting shot, have good composition, and make someone escape the reality for a few seconds. Second question. What camera do you use? I use a Canon 80D, which I'm filming on right now. It's a decent camera, I like it. I used to use the Rebel T5, which that was like my first camera, and it surprised me a lot. Like every time I'd shoot with it, like I'd be like, okay, this is the limit for the T5. But now I was like, what is that thing? The little train that could or whatever. Yeah, that's how it was. If you were able to choose where you'd want to live, where would it be and why? If I was able to choose where I wanted to live, that's such a hard question because there's so many places that I want to visit. Let me search up some places first. I have an idea in my head of where that might be, but let me just search it up. So my first was Bali, but apparently there's been a volcano eruption there. So island. Oh yeah, definitely. If I could live anywhere I wanted to, it would probably be Bora Bora because it's an island and I like islands. Although I've never actually been to one, I like the idea of an island, you know, you're just surrounded by water. But yeah, I just think Bora Bora would be a really cool place to stay. My next question is, why did you start photography? I started photography because well, I started it more as a hobby at first, but then like it was almost like a drug. Like the more I did it, the more I kind of liked it, and eventually like I was shooting almost every day of the week. And I was like, you know what? Maybe I could turn this into a career or something. So that's what I'm trying to do. That's what I'm aiming for right now, to make photography my career. What is your favorite photo that you've ever taken? My favorite photo that I've ever taken. Wow. Yeah. My favorite photo that I've ever taken. This is gonna take a while because I have a few photos that I like that I've taken. I don't even know if it's on my phone. It's probably on my laptop, but let me just find one on here because I'm too lazy to go find my laptop right now. My favorite photo would probably be my latest one. I'm a car fanatic. I love cars, and so I was walking downtown. I mean, downtown Toronto, there's, as you know, would have like a load of cool cars. So I was walking downtown the other day and I passed this G-Wagon. And if you don't know me personally, the G-Wagon is like my favorite Mercedes-Benz models. So like, and I got like this shot. I don't know if you can see that properly for the focus. Anyway, maybe I'll just put it up on the screen or something. Or you can go to my Instagram and look for it because it's pretty recent. But yeah, that's my favorite photo for now, just because of the circumstances. I wasn't expecting to see it, even though it's like pretty common, but just the way it looked was like so amazing. I love the G-Class, I'm sorry. Yeah, but that's my favorite photo that I've taken so far. My next question is, if you could change one thing about your photos, what would it be? I don't really understand that question. If I could change one thing about my photos. I mean, sometimes when I do photo shoots, but this is like with every photographer, you always like, oh man, I could've, did you hear that voice crack? This could've been a cool shot if I, you know, shot at a higher angle, or, you know, if I just made her tilt her head down a little bit, or if I made him look directly into the camera. Like you're always criticizing yourself, and I think that's kind of what makes a good photographer. That's kind of what makes a good artist. Always criticizing yourself. Oh, I could have done this better, I could have done that better. Just constantly evolving, I think, makes you a dope artist. So If I could change one thing about my photos, it would be nothing, because I like the process of growing into a good artist. Who is your inspiration? So my inspiration, obviously, I mean my parents, but if we're talking photography, my inspiration would be Brandon Wolfill, who's like a really cool photographer. I love his stuff. And there's this other photographer, I'm not gonna attempt to say her name because I'm most likely gonna get it wrong, but let me just pull it up on Instagram for you. She's actually, her work is like so good, but this is her, I don't know if you can see that. Can you see that? Can you see that? I don't know if you can see that. Anyway, yeah, her work is really good. She's like one of my biggest inspirations. I found out about her like a few months ago, and I followed her, and I have not been disappointed ever since. And finally, I have one more, Michael Sterick. I'm not a sunset photographer, and I mean, I'm sure I'll get some sunsets here and there, but this guy, he's only a year older than me. Okay, he's only a year older than me, but he's already gone to like all these places like Tokyo. He just went to Tokyo, and Tokyo has been a dream of mine since forever. If you haven't discovered his Instagram, just please go follow him. His work is insane. Like, hold on. You probably see this picture a lot on Instagram, but just how cool does that look? Huh, what's your favorite color? My favorite color is green. It used to be blue, but I don't know, I kind of grew out of that. So yeah, green is my favorite color. Oh, this is a good one. Who is a dream model that you would like to shoot with? Okay, so there's this guy on Instagram. His Instagram is Steven Onoja. He's from New York. And like just his editing, the way his pictures look, his editing style is kind of like an inspiration for me. I feel like we have, I don't know if he edits his pictures or maybe his photographer does, but whoever edits his photos, I feel like we have similar tastes in like editing, because his pictures aren't so bright, you know, they're moody. And I love moody shots. So I'm like, maybe, you know, if I have enough money in the bank, one day I'll like, I don't know, go to New York, meet up with him, shoot with him. That'd be awesome. I think that'd be cool. There's a bunch of others that I'd like to shoot with, but yeah, that's one I can think of right now, Steven Onoja. Last question. I think this is a good last question. What is your favorite thing about photography? My favorite thing about photography is just the community, like the photography community. I don't know how it is in like different parts of the world, but I know the photography community here in Toronto is like so cool. There's some photographers that I haven't even met in real life, but just like based off of DMs, where they're like really cool people. And winter's coming soon, so we might have some really cool meetups and stuff. But yeah, just the photography community is what really makes me like photography. And it's just inspiring to see like other young people and old people too, just going out into the city and shooting. I saw this one guy the other day. He's like, he must have been at least maybe 70, but he had his camera out shooting. I'm like, you know what? If I can shoot till I'm 70, I would be a happy camper. So that's my favorite thing about photography. I don't know if you know me any better than you did. If not, oh well. Subscribe if you're watching this, comment down below. Some more questions maybe for a future Q&A. Like the video. I feel like outros are gonna be a problem for me, because I really don't know how I'm gonna end this. It'll probably be like super abrupt.